Chapter 15. Naked Trouble. Dam's vehicle slowly backs away, out of the hill where he had parked it. The cleaning lady doesn't look back again, as she trots forward with Anne's cell phone still in her hands, as she looks at it while holding it in her right hand. The other hand is busy, as it is holding the bottle of whiskey that Dam gave her earlier. After walking for a while more, she finally sits down at a nearby bench. Once she's settled there, she quickly takes off the lid of the whiskey bottle and takes another sip quickly. The booze enters her system and relaxes her instantly. She feels calm from the inside, and it is apparent at her face as well. Suddenly, she hears whispers from somewhere around. She looks around the area and notices the whisper is coming from bushes from her right. When she acknowledges that she's heard the whispers, someone from behind the bushes calls out, "You!" The cleaning lady's right index finger points to herself. The person behind the bush must have seen her movement as he whispers again, "Yeah, you! Give me back my fucking things." The cleaning lady called back, "What things, talking bush?" She heard whispers coming from the other end of the bush again. "You're wearing my fucking shirt!" The cleaning lady looks down her body and at the shirt she is currently wearing. Then she looks up again and says, "Oh, you mean this? I found it." The bush whispers again, "Oh, really? Where did you find it?" The cleaning lady drawls, "I saw this ugly-looking kid who was sleeping across from me. He was wearing it, so I decided to take it off his body and wear it. He was a real gentleman for giving me his shirt while he was still sleeping." The person behind the bush whispers again, this time with gritted teeth, "Anne, is that his phone as well?" The cleaning lady holds up the cell phone and looks at the screen. With an amused tone and a hint of sarcasm, she says, "Yeah, he has nice friends. Lane, Guano, Boiler. What interested names?" The bush whispers again as he asks, "How did you get my password?" The cleaning lady responds, "I'm psychic." The cleaning lady smiles at the bush. The person behind the bush whispers, "Oh, really? What other psychic things can you tell me?" The cleaning lady replies, "I know that the ugly kid owes money to Boiler. Anne, I know how he's going to get it." The cleaning lady peers at the cell phone again before looking up at the bush and continuing her previous statement as she says, "And I know he slept with his father's girlfriend in the back seat of his car." "What?" Now the cleaning lady looks a little remorseful. The person behind the bush can't see her expressions as he whispers, "Well, you can have the shirt and cell phone, but can you at least please give me my pants back?" The cleaning lady looks back at the bush. She suddenly says, "I didn't take your pants." The bush got quiet for a moment as the cleaning lady doesn't hear anything from it. After a short pause, the bush whispers again, "Well, I better get going. See you later. Bye." The bush goes still as the cleaning lady says, "Jerk off, prick." The park seems pretty big, and there are a lot of people around. On one side, there is an ice rink covering a space. On the ice rinks, two people can be spotted, a father and daughter. Ice father encourages Ice daughter as he says, "Come on, sweetie, you can do it." Ice daughter looks down on the ice. There is fear apparent at her face as she stammers, "I can't do it." Ice father responds calmly, "Just watch daddy and you'll be fine." Ice father skates towards her, but before he can reach Ice daughter's side, he falls on his back and hits his head on the iced floor. He groans in pain, "Ow!" Ice daughter screams as she sees Ice father lying on the iced floor, looking like he is in pain. Despite the ache, Ice father puts out his right hand and waves it slightly in the air as he tries to reassure Ice daughter, saying, "Don't worry, daddy's all right. He just tripped. Let me just get on my feet, and now—" Before he can get up, he yells again as he falls down on the iced floor yet again. This time, he falls face first. Ice daughter looks at him with a worried look on her face as she looks at Ice father in pain from falling down twice. Anne is still hiding behind the bush. When he hears the commotion, he separates a few branches of the bush to see if there is anyone on the other side of the bush. When he doesn't see anyone, he quickly gets out of the bush and starts walking on the park road as fast as he can. Anne puts both of his hands on the crotch, while looking left and right to make sure that no one is watching him. Anne looks at both his sides again frequently, until his eyes settle on the ice rink placed on his left side. Ice Daughter looks at Anne at one of the corners, and without saying a word, starts crying. Ice Father looks at the crying Ice Daughter and thinks that it is because she thinks he is hurt and can't get up. While struggling to get up, he once again says soothing words to try and stop her from crying. "Don't worry, darling. Daddy will get up." Eventually, he falls again and yells loudly by the impact. As he falls down for the third time, he notices that Ice Daughter is still crying, but her line of vision is not from falling Ice Father, rather something else at his back. He turns around to notice a naked Anne. Ice Father looks disgusted as he stares at him with furious eyes. Before Anne has a chance to move ahead, Ice Father shouts out loud, "Hey! Hey, you sick fuck! What the fuck is wrong with you?" Anne hears Ice Father's voice and looks up at him with a scared look at his face. He is afraid, and before he has any time to think or explain himself, he starts sprinting. At the park, there is a long, sharp metal needle balancing up. In the frenzy of running away from Ice Father, Anne doesn't see the long, sharp metal needle and ends up getting hurt as the metal needle goes through Anne's right foot. Without warning, as soon as the needle gets inside Anne's foot, he falls down on the floor and groans in agony. He lands on his left shoulder and screams out loud, lying on the park road. Ice Father watches Anne struggling at the park road and takes it as an opportunity to reach there and teach him a lesson from the common decency of not being a nudist. He tries hard this time and is finally able to get on his feet. Ice Father shouts at him, "Yeah! Stay right there, you sick fucking asshole!" As Ice Father starts leaving the rink, he falls again as he yelps, "Damn it!" He wants to reach Anne before he is able to get up and leave the park. Ice Father has fallen on the ice floor again. He starts crawling on his elbows towards the exit of the rink as fast as he can. Slowly, Ice Father finally reaches the exit, rolls around on his back. Ice Father is finally able to crunch a bit to quickly take his skates. Once he is successfully able to remove his left skate, he goes to the right one. He pulls off the right one as well, and now his feet are free, so he can get up and go catch the naked guy. He looks up at Ice Daughter to see her still crying. Ice Father, in a soothing voice, says, "Don't worry, Daddy will be right back. I'm just going to talk to this guy for a sec. You just, close your eyes and ears and, okay, good." Ice Father gives a sweet smile to Ice Daughter before getting up as fast as he can and makes his way towards the park road, where Anne is lying and groaning due to immense pain. Ice Daughter complies and does exactly what she's been told, as she immediately pinches her eyes close while covering both of her ears with her hands. A song starts playing in the background, which is called "Hey Little Girl" by Garrett Mason. Ice Father picks up the right skating shoe in his hand that he had removed a while ago. He exits the rink as fast as he can and sprints towards Anne. He is close to Anne as he is still on the ground, screaming in pain and yelling for help. He looks up to see Ice Father charging at him. Before Ice Father reaches Anne, he stops screaming and tries to get back up to the ground. He gets up immediately and tries to run ahead, away from Ice Father. However, the needle is stuck in his foot, making it almost impossible to move forward. Nonetheless, he limps forward, while Ice Father gets closer to him by every second. Before it was too late, Ice Father catches up to Anne and stabs him at the back. Due to the impact, Anne screams loudly, "Ah!" The skate makes a big slash cut on Anne's back, but that doesn't stop Anne, as he starts limping a little bit faster. Ice Father doesn't seem satisfied with the cut he'd made on Anne's back, as continues to try catching up to him. Ice Father shouts at Anne as he says, "You like being a sick fuck, huh?" He stabs Anne's back once again, making an yell out of pain. "No, you got the wrong idea." Anne gets stabbed once again. This time, he tries to explain himself by yelling loudly and clearly, "I lost my clothes when I was spending the night here." Ice Father stabs him again and shouts, "Fuck you!" He doesn't stop stabbing Anne. Instead, he stabs him multiple times, again and again. Anne shouts at first, but then starts whimpering, "Ah! Ah! Ah! Ah!" How ten in thought. Si fu hari siri sido vatatas. Anos, Shalkosha SEO Harshays. Please stop. Ice Father shouts, "Get fucked! Fucking pervert." Anne falls on the summit road at the front of his body. He is cut all over his body, and blood is gushing out of those wounds, spilling everywhere around him and on his back. Ice Father grabs the back of Anne's hair and puts the skate blade against his throat. Ice Father goes closer to Anne's ear as he whispers mercilessly, "When you see God, tell him you deserve it." Blood starts to appear from Anne's neck. Before Ice Father can slit his throat completely, suddenly, a little voice comes from behind Ice Father. The voice calls out, "Daddy?" Ice Father turns around and looks at Ice Daughter. Ice Daughter is looking at him with a petrified look in her eyes. Ice Father quickly retrieves the blade off of Anne's throat. Anne quickly elbows Ice Father and hits him in the face. Without thinking anything, he starts running towards the bushes from his left. Before Ice Father had time to react, Anne is gone. Ice Father is about to go after Anne, but stops and looks at Ice Daughter. Ice Father tries to calm himself down before talking to Ice Daughter and saying, "Sweetie, you're supposed to do what Daddy has told you to do." Ice Father smiles at Ice Daughter as she asks, "What are you doing?" Ice Father puts the skate behind him as he responds, "Nothing, sweetheart.